So, I start my day by waking up in the morning and normally laying in bed for a little bit before I immediately get out of bed and go on with my day. The first thing I do is step into the bathroom and realize how horrible I look. Then, like any other normal person, I brush my teeth and get ready for the day. Washing my face has become something very important for me to do every morning and every night because since I cannot eat certain things, my body basically tells me that I'm not eating properly by making me break out. So each morning and night I wet my face and towel dry it, and then I put on a prescription medication to help with my acne. Taking my medication is probably one of my most important tasks in the morning, and sometimes can be difficult depending on if it's a good day and a bad day. And yes, I do know that I dropped a pill. So it's currently 10:57 and I have an appointment at 11 and we just left the house. But anyways, it's like 51 degrees outside and I'm freezing. And at like 1 a.m. last night, my stomach hurt so bad. So, great way to start the day. So I have therapy at 11, and then what time's pain management?
It's at 1.
And then I have pain management at 1, which is like my first appointment. So I'm very excited for that, but very nervous at the same time. So we'll see where the day takes us. So I drew a red flower and then what looks like 2 flower stems on the edge because my therapist asked me to draw my health journey and everything pretty much the past few months because I did this exact same painting and idea when I first started therapy, which was like a year ago, and it was very negative at the time, but now when I drew it, the first intentions of the painting kind of seemed negative because what I said was that I felt that everyone else around me was growing either mentally, physically, or spiritually, which is why you can see their stems so far up and you cannot see mine. So that is very negative at first, and then when you dig deeper into it, I said that if you take your perspective away from everyone else and you put it down on you, you will then be able to see that I am a beautiful flower and that just because I am not as tall and I do not grow as much as everyone else does, every single little bit that I grow means so much more to me than the average person. And I have learned and experienced so much more that has made me into the person I am. So all in all, you just have to learn to change your perspective and you will be able to see the beauty that's inside of you. So now we are on our way to Starbucks because we got up early and I'm very tired. Yeah, your girl needs a drink. And then after that, we are off to pain management, which I am very excited for. Can I have a iced chai latte grande with pardon? Yes, iced chai latte grande with light ice, almond milk, and an extra pump sweetener. Do you like the car, Bonds? Do you like the window down? Yeah. Good girl, Bonds. It is 12:47 and we are almost to my pain management appointment, which doesn't start until 1:20. So I am very glad that we're finally gonna make it on time to this appointment, unlike my first appointment. So I went to the psychiatrist a few days ago and they upped my dosage on my Zoloft. So I took a higher dosage last night as well as this morning, and I don't normally take it in the morning. So like I am just like, I don't know, it just hit me like I'm so drowsy. I just feel so disconnected from the world and like it's a dream and like I'm not here. And whenever I up my dosage on any psychiatric drug on any psychiatric medication, I always have really bad side effects the first few days, but then it just kind of like levels out and doesn't help me, which really sucks. But so yeah, I'm just gonna try to push through and not take a nap today, because I know that that would be the worst thing for me to do, because I already have a lot of trouble sleeping. So yeah, not off to a good start this morning. So when we finally made it to pain management, my anxiety was kind of through the roof and Bonnie began to notice. So once we got into the room and checked in and everything, I decided to sit down and have Bonnie do some DBT while we waited for the doctor. So we're currently at the appointment and I'm gonna whisper because I feel very awkward, but I have really high hopes for this appointment to hopefully get my pain under control. Also, Bonnie is scared of elevators. Oh my god. She like was refusing to get on the elevator. But it's okay. I put a duck on her vest so she doesn't look as intimidating. And I think it's working. She's kind of just chilling now. But yeah, it's been a really rough day and I'm just so tired. It is now 1:55 and my appointment was at 1:20 and we got here at like, what time did we get here?
10 minutes before our appointment.
We got here at like 1:10, so we've just casually chilling, sitting here for 40 minutes. And I'm so frustrated because there's literally no other people here, like, for appointments. So like, I have no clue why we're waiting so long. But yeah. y'all. So we just got out of my 2-hour-long pain management appointment, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a little frustrating, and I kind of broke down afterwards because I have been living with this constant pain for a year, and it just kind of seems like they're not trying to help me anymore, and it's just so frustrating. So my psychiatrist upped my Zoloft to 200 yesterday. So like, my pain management doctor didn't know that, so when we were talking, she was talking about doubling my gabapentin at night to 600 milligrams instead of 300. So that would be twice a day, in the morning, and then at night 600 milligrams. And I thought that it could possibly be a great idea because so far gabapentin is the only thing that has helped somewhat maintain my pain. Like, it doesn't completely help it, like, at all. Like, I'm still in constant pain at like a solid level 6 as my baseline pain, but it has helped it kind of level out and not spike as much. So I was very excited, very hopeful, because it could also help me sleep at night because I have terrible insomnia. So we were talking about that and everything was great, and then she found out that they had just upped my Zoloft. So she said that we need to wait about 2 months to up my gabapentin, and it's just really frustrating because I went in with so much hope of fixing my nausea, fixing my constant pain, and I walked out with just come back in 2 months. And like, they won't do anything about my nausea. Like, my GI doctor prescribed me 8 milligrams of Zofran because 4 milligrams doesn't work, and 8 didn't work either, which really freaking sucks. So then when I had my most recent hospital visit, they gave me IV Phenergan, and overall it was probably the only thing that had ever helped my nausea, and I was so excited to finally have something that helped my nausea and not be constantly wanting to throw up or constantly throwing up. So I talked to her about possibly taking that for that reason, and it was just like she completely ignored it and she didn't care. And like, I know they have their best interest for me in mind, but it doesn't seem like it. Like, they're pediatric like nurses and specialists, and I feel like since I'm 16, almost 17, they treat me more as an adult and don't listen to me as much when I'm the one here who actually knows what's going on in my body. So we walked out, and once I got to the car, I just kind of broke down because it's just been really rough. And I just want it all to be over.